barely saw it. +1 to the number of golems. Wonder if that'd be worth going for. And then over here, I think, yeah, here's you can apply additional curse. Also good. There's more minion damage there. Search life? Oh god. Oh! Well, if we're going physical, yeah, I didn't even realize that. Minion attacks overwhelm 20% of physical damage reduction. So these things in the middle, when you get the big node, you can go to the middle thing, and the middle one, you get to choose. Let's get that. That would be perfect for what we're doing right now. I would have to learn how to play PoE all over again. It's been so long. Well, by current standards, I'm a bit of a noob too, but like, when the game had 3 acts, I cleared them. You know, Piety was the final boss at the time. When it had 5, I cleared it. When it had 10, I cleared it. When they added, like, you know, maps, I did a lot of it. And then when they added Elder and Shaper, since then, I've not cleared it. And so there's, at this point, dozens of endgame bosses I've never seen. Which is awesome that they've made that much content, but it also means I'm quite behind. Like, I know what Heist is. I dabbled in Heist, but I don't know, like, the ins and outs of how to get, like, the good stuff from Heist. And a lot of the current content creators just, you're like, oh, go to Heist, get this, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, stop. I need you to go back and give me a 10-hour lecture on that one thing you just said in passing. It's just way too quick. Hello. Three acts you relate to the party? Maybe. I cleared last Epoch too, when it was in Alpha. I've heard they've redone the intro, like the Act 1 of the game, since I last did it. Isn't it supposed to release this month? I think February? Pretty sure last Epoch's full release is in February. Is something included in crafting legendaries or Guild Wars 2 to inflate your account net worth on Guild Wars 2 efficiency? It looks like on there my account has gone down like 12k. The graph has become a mountain. I'll be honest, the only time I ever look at that is when other people ask me what mine says. It's not something I've ever really been concerned with. I do know it, I'm pretty sure it's somehow including the value of all my legendaries, because otherwise I don't know how I would possibly be in the hundreds of thousands, which is what it says I am. Like, I think when it sees a legendary, it includes the value of everything that went into that legendary that it can. It's pretty satisfying when the flaming skitter bots clear the next room before we even walk in. The Bone Queen. I just remembered something that happened today. I had someone at me on Twitter. They're like, Muck, can you help me? I've been banned. I assume they meant on Guild Wars 2. And I didn't do anything worthy of getting banned. And it's the weekend, so their staff's not responding. And I just looked at that. I'm like, yo, I don't work there. Like, I thought about replying for a while, and then I just didn't. I was like, yo, I'm not employed by them. I remember that, yeah. I mean, it's not the first time it's happened, but it just happened again. Makes me wonder if Teapot gets people messaging him like, hey, unban me on Guild Wars 2 sometimes. Belly of the Beast level 2. Do you want to be employed by ANET? Not really. I love my job. I love my job. I don't really have to answer to anyone as long as I, you know, don't do something heinous and get banned off Twitch. I make my own schedule. I get to make my own events, you know. I get to play what I want. If I were employed by ANET, I mean, like, what would I even do? Like, Roy, for example, Roy was a content creator who got employed by ANET, and now he's like he's basically like a developer. Like, I don't really wish to be a dev on the game. I certainly have some suggestions on how they would do balance, but I'm not trying to, like, invent a new class or, this hurts, what the heck? Or, like, pitch a new zone I want them to build or anything like that. And I'm basically already QA, so. Oh god, what is that? No. Another interesting thing is, like, you know how in my videos I can have, like, memes and stuff? If I was making, like, official videos for ArenaNet, I would not be able to have anything like that. Like, if I have so much as a reference to, like, you know, and when Sabbatha blows up the platform, like Frieza when he starts to lose a battle, and then, you know, show Frieza for 1 second, they'd be like, oh no, we can't use this video. No. I think, in my mind, the coolest thing ANET could ever do for me would be if I had, like, an NPC in the game. Just some annoying little punk with a pointy hat in the newbie zone, constantly screaming, I have a guide for that anytime someone asks a question. That's my peak. I think Piety 2.0 is here somewhere. All responses start with exclamation point, yeah. Okay, this was a colossal dead end. Laceration orb. Hang on, I'm wondering, PoE frenzy charges, exactly how much are these giving me? Alright, each frenzy charge is 4% increased attack speed, cast speed, and more damage. Okay. So, with at 3 charges, 12% more damage, 12% more attack speed on everything I've got. That was quick.
Our mistakes can be our greatest achievements.
Oh, I'm doing something right. That person you're referring to asking about how to get unbanned dropped by a few Guild Wars 2 streams today if it's the same person.
It seems
Hang on a sec. See notifications. His Twitter name was L to the D. And if you're here, I'm not making fun of you, it just makes me laugh. I haven't seen any of the NPCs in here this evening. What if they refer to ANET partners for initial feedback on new things under NDA? It's a good way to defect blame. How would that defect blame? If they were like, hey, Muck, we're thinking about making this, nerf a Guardian. I'm like, yeah, you should totally do that. And then they're like, it's under NDA, so don't tell anybody. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I don't tell anybody, and then they nerf Guardian, and then everybody says they hate what the change. What, do you think they're gonna be like, well, Muck said it was okay? Like, you think they're gonna throw me under a school bus like that? Because every time they've nerfed Guardian, I totally told them, yes, do it. Just imagine some major corporation. Well, Billy said to. And everyone just... Yes, I'm always pro nerf Guardian. I buff Ranger, nerf everybody else. Ranger's fine, learn to play. Alright. Thoughts on stat bloat? In which game? Guild Wars 2? When you say stat, whoa, those are all white links. That could be cool. Or white sockets, I mean. Meaning any color. Okay, hold on. When you say stat bloat, do you mean too many different stats? Like condition damage, power, concentration, things like that?
Now you are simply gorgeous.
That's encouraging for my damage currently. We're melting some of these little bosses. I mean, like, our stats are tuned high for the content. In Guild Wars 2? It depends on the content. Like, if you are playing to... It's not really stats. So, power creep is absolutely a thing. If you're referring to power creep. Like, combining, combining Scourge with Harbinger Pistol, with, like, new traits that they changed, with new ways that people have figured out how to play, power creep is absolutely a thing.
Dissection time.
And that's part of the reason why in the past in PvP, people were super tanky, and what they did was they removed the tanky amulets. And that fixed the problem short term. But then later on, power creep happened over time, and people got more and more damage. There's no tanky amulets. Now all the good players can basically kill anyone who's not dodging or blocking in like 1 to 1.5 seconds with the right combos. And to where it feels like a first-person shooter, which I'm not a fan of. And that's a direct result of power creep. So yeah, it exists. I do believe it exists. I'm not a fan of it. The thing is in Guild Wars 2, keep in mind they haven't raised the maximum level or the max gear level in max level ever. Max gear level once. That was like 8 years ago. Ascended gear wasn't in the game when it came out or something like that. And because of that, the bosses are still the same power they were as when they came out. So the fact that like some of the bosses are soloable now is not because the bosses got any weaker, it's because we got stronger too much. You know, if it gets to the point where everyone's just rolling through everything, the game becomes boring. Like I think for the good of the game, they should not let that happen. Melted. My bags are full, so I'm gonna do a town trip. Frenzy charges on minions don't have the same effect as on players last time I checked. Though they might have normalized that in the last 2 patches at Mukluk YouTube. Oh, thank you, Shade. Let me see. Is there anything about that on the wiki page? Control F minion. Effects on monsters and minions. The effects on frenzy charges are much more significant on monsters and minions. Note, player totems themselves cannot gain or have frenzy charges, but will benefit from the player's charges. Minions and monsters gain 15% attack speed and cast speed per frenzy charge, 5% movement per frenzy charge, and 4% damage per... Holy crap. So, with the 2 monkeys, for a while we had 3 frenzy charges, which is max on all our minions. They were getting 45% attack speed, 45% cast speed, 12% damage, and 15% movement speed total. Wow. That is cool. I'm glad you told me to check that again. Well, it seems like the monkeys are definitely the right choice right now. Oh, whoop, whoop. Wrong tab. Okay. Let's see. Boop.
Yes?
Yes.
I think that got changed. I'm not sure if it did. That's what's on the Path of Exile fandom page right now. If it got changed, then the page hasn't been updated. Which is possible. It is possible. Let's see. Okay, this is mirrored, so I can't change it, so I'm gonna toss that. Okay, 10% more max life if you have at least 6 life masteries allocated. 6? Like, this is life mastery, so you need 6 of them to get that. Hmm. 1, 2. I could go bing, bing, bing and get more life there. There's some good minion stuff here as well. Did you read the next 8 chapters yet? Oh, in the what now? Next 8 chapters of what? So you get all 6 and it's 60%? Well, no, because each time you get one of these, you can't pick the same option again. So basically, if you got 6 of these nodes, then that would be the last one. Like, for example, here I picked minion attack, overwhelm 20% physical damage reduction, right? Up here, I can't pick that again. I've already picked it. Solo farming. Yeah, I think I caught up on it. Yeah, I read a whole bunch of it last night, this morning. I think I caught up with what was on that website. And thank you for that. I got, what was the last one I read? There was like a new queen bee. 1, 2, and then that stuff. Sockets. Any defense master. I'm wondering if, considering that golem too. There's a socket right there. I don't really have any good jewels right now, but I'm sure eventually I might want a socket. Found the other NPC? Yes, I've actually got the... I've seen each of the NPCs at least once now. I got the bark skin ability. Minions gain 20% of max life as an energy shield. I'll go for that. That's just a few points away. That would be sizable. All right, let's see if we can link these. Rip. I am out of those. Okay. Just put that away for now. Put that away, put that away. What is this? Put that away. Let's see. Vol and percent. That there. Ugh. What's the thing that makes an item go blank again? Scouring. Fire resist. I think that's adequate. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, those gloves were giving me dexterity, and I need that dex to use everything else. Okay. Alright. PoE or Grim Dawn? Hello, Gets. Those are both PoE, Grim Dawn, and Last Epoch are all fantastic action RPGs in different ways. Depends on what you're looking for. Like, if you've never played a ARPG before, part of me wants to say, well, Path of Exile is free to try it, which is true, but also Path of Exile has this! It is the most complex and hard to learn one, which is also true. Grim Dawn and Last Epoch have a price tag, but they are much easier to digest. It's like bite-size, but not boring.
I'm about to create the most beautiful of nightmares together. Will you go to bed now, little girl? Or do I need to tuck you in?
Now, Exile!
Ah!
Kill me!
What?
Now, Exile!
And we are going through this fight very quickly.
Embrace the future. Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare. I gave my life. Nightmare gave me so much more. Accept the gift of immortality. You are being selfish.
I'm being selfish, Jeff.
Nightmare is the true life. Are you so in love with death?
Crunchy.
So flashy. Get your acquaintance.
PoE. What's up, Caesar?
What can I? I'm watching you.
We're watching you. Ding, 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 ding. Wait! I see the word minions all over this. What? Minions have 49% increased damage, 27% max life, 11% more elemental resistances. This is insane for me. However, I have a lot of defensive stuff on this one. Okay, keep that. That's a maybe later.
See ya.
Talk to Tasumi. And Diala.
Ah, hunt well.
That's a minion focus shield. Yeah, I don't remember minion focus shields. Might have been after my time. Spell Echo, Multi-Strike. Multi-strike could be useful for skellies or zombies. Unleash is good for SRS, but I'm not using that right now. Let's get multi-strike.
No,
Sure, we could use that later on.
act with care.
Alright, did I do all the quests in this zone? Climb the mountain, visit the mine encampment, vivid wisps. Oh man, I've got a few things to do here. Okay, next time we get to a waypoint. I gotta go back to some previous acts and turn some quests in. What might categorize the Civ games as? I've played them a bunch, but never really sure their categories. I actually use Civ as a categorization. Like when I was playing Age of Wonders 4, I would often be like, oh man, this is like what Civ looks like, except with the Heroes of Might and Magic setting. I certainly don't think RTS fits Civ. I think it's kind of its own thing. I mean, is it maybe like Colony Simulator or something? Or like City Sim? Like, would you put the old SimCity games into the same classification? Probably not. It's definitely different enough. "4X"? I've never heard that term. Not saying it doesn't exist, just saying I haven't come across it. Wait, what is this? Leporine Funerary Altar. Adds the following effects to all players. 50% more quantity of items, 100% rarity, you do not gain experience. For how long? Is it just while in here, or like until I zone out? Oh, that is a big fella. What are you? Wildwood Abomination. Ursine Charm. Can I make a Spectre out of that? I have to try. It won't work. It won't let me make him a Spectre. I wanted to summon that thing. Bring him back to town. He followed me home. Can I keep him? Oh, that's a lot of fire. Wait, what? Oh, my hotkeys are all messed up. I think earlier when I unequipped that, when I tried to swap that glove out and then I had that dexterity issue, it moved some hotkeys around. Hard. Oh, the lever crunk. Alright, so we got a waypoint. Let's go back to Act 1. Apparently I've got a quest from Act 2 to turn in there. When we opened the way. Okay. 400 wisps. Unlock the menagerie. Talk to Helena in your hideout. Go to hideout.